Welcome everybody to the giant conversation that is Topic Talks. I'm Aaron Klingensmith. Now, normally joining me is a really good friend of mine. He does the show with me every week. His name's Zach Stone. Sadly, he was unable to make it due to prior engagements. So, you're just stuck with me today. But don't worry, I have arranged some awesome topics to talk about. But I've arranged a special guest to kind of call in about halfway through our show. So, stay tuned for that. I'm pretty excited. This person's a really good friend of mine, and I thought it'd be fun for them to come on the show. So, the topics today, um, it's really important for you guys to give me some feedback, some message me. Like I said, I'm by myself, so I'm just talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to you guys, but it'll be a lot easier and flow a lot better if you guys send me some messages and kind of interact a little bit. That's kind of what this show's all about. It is a giant conversation, and we like to invite you every week into our giant conversation. So, on that note, I'm going to say that
Shall we begin?
I think we shall. So, the first topic that I chose for today, this is something that I thought was pretty cool. It was something I found on Facebook. It is the top 10 dumbest cities in Michigan. Now, hold up before you say anything. Michigan was not singled out. What it was is the Washington Post ranked the 50 states based on intelligence. And Michigan fell as the 21st smartest state in America. Which isn't good. It's not bad. It's kind of average. I'm okay with 21. Well, then this website, Road Snacks, took it up to the next level. They decided, okay, well, Michigan's the 21st dumbest state. So that meant that they were going to they wanted to take and just take it a step further. And so they came up with they took every city in Michigan except for, here's the criteria, they left out any cities that had less than 5,000 people. So they only took the cities with the population was greater than 5,000 people, which that left 149 cities. That's right, everybody. I'm getting down to the numbers. How they calculated it was a percentage of cities' population with less than a high school diploma, and they use ages 25 and up, and then percentage of high school dropouts, ages 16 to 19. So with that, they ranked every city in Michigan. Now there's a full list. If you're listening to me, if you found me through Facebook, look back on my Facebook later if you want to check it out. Under the comment on this post, I'll put the link to the website. Because like I said, there's 149 cities that they used. So check it out. I thought it was something fun. So I'm gonna read off the top 10, and we'll kind of go from there. I thought this was something kind of fun that I could share with you guys and that I just found on Facebook. So the number one on the list is Benton Harbor. Benton Harbor has 82.3% of adults without a high school diploma. And then the teenage dropout rate is 17%. So if you don't know where Benton Harbor is located in the southwest part of Michigan. So I guess they took number one. They are the overall dumbest city in the overall state. So, and again, that's not from me. That's from roadsnacks.com. Number two is Pontiac. They have adults without high school diplomas is 23%. And then teenage high school dropouts is 14.7%. So Pontiac, if you guys don't know where it is, it's located 30 miles northwest of Detroit. Lincoln Park is number 3. The adults without high school diploma is 19.8%, and their teenage high school dropouts is 11.3%. Hamtramck, um, which actually I had never even heard of it before. It's a city almost completely surrounded by Detroit. So that's a little fun fact. 30 their high school dropout or adults without a high school diploma is 32.7%. The teenage high school dropouts is 4.9 or 9.4%. My bad. Um, 5 is Muskegon Heights. Adults without high school diploma is 19.1%. Um, Teenagers without high school diplomas is 11.3%. Detroit fell number 6 with adults without a high school diploma is 22.2%, and the teenage high school dropout rate is 9.5%. Taylor, Michigan, which fixated in spot number 7, adults without high school diploma is 16.9%, and then the teenage high school dropout is 12.5%. Mount Clemens, the adults without a diploma is 15.4%. The teenage dropout is 18%. Jackson made number 9 with 15.8% of adults without a high school diploma and 9.8% of teenage high school dropouts. And finally, number 10, the 10th dumbest city in Michigan is Saginaw. Saginaw has a 21.3% of adults without a high school diploma and 6.7% of teenage high school dropouts. So like I said, I'll post this. I'll post it everywhere. I'll tag it on all the different versions of this show, on all the different um, platforms and sites that we're using, and just check it out. It's something a little fun. You can go into their more in-depth list and find your city. So, with that, I think we should move on to the next topic. When I was thinking about topics today, I try to put a lot of thought into the topics that we talk about on this show. And like I said, we've opened it up to where if anybody would like to submit topics, we'll try to do them. Just try to keep them clean, and we'll do the best we can with the topics you give us. But I try to put some thought into certain ones. And the Grammys are tonight. So those of you that didn't know, the Grammy Awards are tonight. They're at 7 o'clock, so right after this show. And so I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about the Grammys. I pulled up the list of nominees, so we'll just jump around that list and peruse that list a little bit and see where that will take us. So, we'll start out. For those of you that don't know, LL Cool J, who has been the host for the past, I think it's been 6 years, is hosting again. He's hosting this year. This will be the 58th annual Grammy Awards, which is kind of cool. 58 years of celebrating Grammy Awards. I think it's a good thing. It kind of brings all the different branches of music together. Not, because you have the Country Music Awards, you have the MTV Music Awards, you have the iHeartRadio Music Awards. You've got all these different awards shows and all these different genres of music, and I think the Grammys have been for 58 years one of the kind of major award shows that kind of brings all the genres together. And create all the different categories so that all those genres can come together and mesh, and I think that's kind of cool. So yeah, LL Cool J will be hosting this year. One thing that's kind of cool, the Grammys are going to be doing a tribute to Eagles member Glenn Frey, who passed away. I want to say it was about a month ago, not too long ago. He passed away, and it is said that the Eagles are going to perform during the tribute, which I think is kind of cool. I've always been a big Eagles fan. So that's something cool for me, and for those of you that are Eagles fans. So I thought that was kind of cool. Jumping off topic just a little bit. Um, if you haven't caught, we have a show. I do a show with my other friend Brandon on Thursday nights. It's called Throwback Thursday. Our first episode, if you go back and listen to it, it's on YouTube, and there's a copy on Spreaker, and th- there's a copy on everywhere. If you listen to that, we did a little tribute to Glenn Fry, and played an Eagles song on there. Um, so I think it's kind of cool that the Grammys are honoring him, and his, just kind of bringing back his fellow band members and play a tribute song. I think that's kind of cool. Other artists that are expected to perform are Adele, Rihanna, Lady Gaga, yes, even Justin Bieber. Carrie Underwood will be there. The Weeknd will be there. Little Big Town will be there. Um, so if you guys get a chance after this show, check out, if you can, check out the Grammy Awards. If you don't have a chance to look at it, um, they have a website. It's www.grammy.com. GRAMMY.com. And I looked up the nominees, and I figured it'd be fun to just go through the different nominees for this first half, and kind of just see what the different um, popular songs are and records and stuff like that. Um, so here we go. The first set of nominees are for Record of the Year. Record of the Year. The nominees are Really Love by D'Angelo and the Vanguard. I don't know who that is, but they're a nominee. Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. Uptown Funk, if you haven't heard it, I mean, if you haven't heard it, where are you under a rock? Um, because Bruno Mars played it at the Super Bowl halftime show. Anyway, Uptown Funk is a really good song. It's one of those songs that every time I hear it, I just can't help but start singing and dancing a little bit, and it's kind of scary because me dancing is pretty scary. I don't dance very well. Um, so that's kind of cool that that got nominated. Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran has had a lot of, in my opinion, really good songs. He did the A Team. He did Thinking Out Loud. There's a couple other songs he did. So his album, or his record, is Thinking Out Loud. So I think that'll be cool. Taylor Swift's Blank Space is on here. It's a nominee. I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, but she is very popular right now, so she does have, in my opinion, I think she has a good chance of winning. So, next on our list is Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. I don't like The Weeknd, just as a like, I just prefer not to listen to it. I don't, I don't get it. Um, so I just not my thing. Um, and I just got word that our special guest might be joining us very soon. Um, so she might be able to help us peruse um help us peruse the list a little bit. So why don't we give her a call on Skype? Well, as we wait for her to call us in. Um, actually, here she is. Everybody, this is Michaela. Michaela, say hi.
Hello.
Okay, Michaela. Welcome to Topic Talks. Everybody, this is my friend Michaela. She is a student at Kettering in Flint. Um, Michaela, we were just in the middle of going over the list of nominees for the Grammys. Are you planning on watching the Grammys at all?
I am currently in the middle of midterms, so I'm going to have to say no.
Okay, well, since you don't get to watch it, if you want to know, they have a website. I didn't know that. I just found that out today. They have a website and they tell you who all the nominees are, and it actually I just found out they put a little like the little symbol right next to everybody who won. So you can check that out after the show. We were just at Song of the Year. Um, what's one of your favorite artists that's kind of new and upcoming right now?
Music. Hmm.
Don't think too
Hmm.
hard. I hear the gears grinding.
Well, I tend to like not very well known artists, not to sound like a hipster, but I really like Gemini Syndrome, which is a hard rock metal band that I has a really great album out called Lux that I strongly recommend.
Well, that's cool. I'm actually pretty sure I was scrolling through these categories earlier, and I'm pretty sure that there's some form of um, grouping for that particular for a genre like that, some kind of like hard rock-ish stuff. Um, so we were just about at Song of the Year, and the nominees for that are All Right by written by Kendrick Duckworth, Kawan Prather, Mark Anthony Spears, and Pharrell Williams. Holy crap, that's a lot of really weird names.
Well, they have to stand out and be different,
Uh,
right?
it, that is a good point. Blank Space by Max Martin, Shellback, and Taylor Swift.
Blank Space was an interesting song that sounds kind of bad when if you listen to it the words for the first time, but actually becomes kind of funny the more you keep listening to it.
I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan. I can't get into any of her. I liked like her first album when she was country, and then
Hmm.
every album after that she just wasn't country, and she kind of lost. To me, she lost her style that she was originally gunning for.
Well, she went in more into the pop scene, which makes a lot of sense. It was a smart move for her career, I would say, but maybe not her original fan base. I think that her songs are a little they talk about the same kinds of things and they don't really vary in the message they're trying to get across, which is one reason why I don't really pay close attention to her. But I do like one or two of her songs here and there. They've got a catchy beat and they're okay, I would say.
Yeah, I
Um,
just I
yeah.
I, I agree. I feel like she kind of lost her roots when and she one of the things that kind of bothered me is she didn't make the jump right away. She waited, I feel like a little bit too long to make that jump to pop. I feel like she could have done that a little bit earlier.
She had a very strange transition time where the country twang hadn't quite left her songs and that kind of threw a lot of the pop people off and the country people were wondering what the pop elements were about. So there was definitely something different.
Yeah, I know a lot of people kind of saw that coming. Okay, so the next one on here is Girl Crush, which is one I don't know if you've heard it. Little Big Town sang it or sings it, and I think it's a really good song. Have you heard it?
I have not.
It's about a girl. It's a girl singing it. Yeah, it's the one of the people from Little Big Town. But it's basically about this girl who she lost her boyfriend or her lover to somebody else. So it's talking about
Oh.
how she wants to like, and it kind of sounds weird. You've got to actually listen to the song. But it's talking about how like she wants to like this girl gets to kiss his lips and stuff like that. So she wants to kind of share that experience. She wants to like kiss this girl's because this girl gets
She
to
wants
kiss
to
this
live
guy.
vicariously?
Basically,
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
it's really. But if you listen to it, it's done really well, and the emotion was really brought to the song. You can really feel the emotion, which is
Interesting.
one of the things that I thought was really cool and unique about the song is how well the emotion was carried out throughout the song. That this girl is not over this guy; she really wants him back, but obviously he's moved on. So it's kind of a cool, there's a lot of people who are in that situation. So it's a good song in that respect.
And that's
Plus,
Girl Crush,
yep.
to be clear? Okay, alright, I finally got to the list already. Okay,
Um,
alright.
and then the next one is See You Again. This one was really cool. Have you seen Furious 7?
I have not, and I was actually honestly really surprised by how enormous the fan base is for that
Oh,
series.
I have all the movies. So if you ever want to see them, I even have Furious 7. Um, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But the song
Oh,
"See You Again" is in the end of Furious 7. I don't know if you've heard about the ending, but they have a little Paul Walker tribute, and that's a song that it was with Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth. Um, it's a really good song. I like how it's really well put together. It's not like too much rap and too much just like regular chorus. It's got a nice chorus going on with it. And then Wiz Khalifa comes in there with some
yeah.
lyrics that actually mesh really well with the song and don't just kind of like, well, what the hell is he doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, interestingly enough, a lot of songs have been doing that lately, and I can't say that I dislike it. Where they have, they have a really good basic chorus and a good beat, and then they have a little bit of rap that's not so in your face like gangster rap used to be. It's more interspersed in a lot of pop, even country now. I kind of don't think that's a bad way of changing the face of what rap has been. It kind of gets it to be a little bit more mainstream and a little bit more of an audience. And I have to say, there are some really, really clever rhymes that I've heard, and I really like the elements where they really dig into pop culture references. I
Um,
always feel accomplished when I get those.
yeah, I really like I've always been kind of a fan. Like they came out with Billionaire, which at that time it this was still kind of an up and coming thing. It wasn't really that popular. But that song took off, and it had kind of the same thing that this one has, where it's a like you've got the nice chorus and melody and all that, and a good beat, and then you have somebody come in and throw some rap lyrics at you that mesh with the song really well and kind of just help tell the story. And I really like that. I mean, there are the people who they can rap by themselves with nothing, and it's a like it has its own rhythm, and it sounds really cool. I can listen to
Yeah.
that. I can listen to this kind where it's like a nice melody, somebody singing, and then rap. Kind of like what Pitbull does. Pitbull's kind of a lot like that. He'll do like a rap.
Mhm.
Um, but I cannot stand like as you referred to it, the gangster rap. That
Mhm.
is, I can't get around it. It's not music
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I understand. Another song that does it's more rap than everything else, but it's a new song. You probably have heard it on the radio. Me, Myself, and I by, and I'm gonna murder these names, but I don't know if it's G Easy or Jeezy and Baby Rexha.
Yeah, these weird names, I can't get over them. No, I
Yeah,
actually have not heard that song. I will actually put that on my list right now of things to listen to.
I gotta say I really like it, and it caught me off guard. I was listening to the radio and I was not expecting it because every other message out there is well, Taylor Swift like it's I broke up with him or I didn't need him anyway or I want this person or I want her, and this one's just nope, I'm good on my own. And that's
Well,
pretty encouraging for a lot of people, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's doing so well.
there's another song, and I'm trying to remember what it is. X's and O's. Have you heard that song yet?
Yes, I have. I'm a little confused about the message it's trying to. I don't know how to feel about that one yet.
I like the tune. It's one of those that I didn't like it in the beginning, but I've had to
Mhm.
listen to it so much that it's catchy enough that when you listen to it a lot, you kind of grows on you.
I believe
It's
that.
kind of funny because again I don't completely understand the message just like you. It's a little bit hard to convey, which is a downfall. But it's not really one of those like I broke up with you. It's kind of telling a story of like a relationship is what I feel like it's doing.
Okay.
Um,
I'll have
but
to look at it through that lens next time I listen to it.
you should. The last one in this particular category is "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran. I don't know about
Mhm.
you, but I really like Ed Sheeran. He's got a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
good work out. Um,
definitely.
so he's one of my favorites. A Team was a song that I thought was phenomenal. And I think he hit it out of the park with "Thinking Out Loud" too. It's just a um,
Yeah.
this is one of those songs that I really like because it's not like the actual recorded song isn't just acoustic.
Mhm.
But it can be acoustic. I've heard an acoustic version of it, and by itself, just an acoustic version is awesome. And I
Yeah.
like songs that do that too. I mean, if you can take a song and, yeah, you put all these frilly, like, all the different instruments behind it and make it sound awesome, but if you can take it down to its bare bones and just do a straight acoustic version of it and it still sounds awesome. I think you've really got a good song there.
Well, yeah, I mean, one of my biggest criticisms of artists that aren't really like they're missing something, it's always they're so heavily dependent on the singer to make the rhythm and make the song sound good when it really should be, it should have that foundation of good instruments, acoustic or not. It just needs a little bit more than just a strong singer. And, because if the singer falters, then you don't want the whole thing to fall apart.
Yeah, and I think a really good song can make an artist. Like the next list we're about to go into is best new artist, and one of the nominees is Megan Trainor, and Megan Trainor by herself has a voice that is just it's phenomenal. You can she could sing by herself and I would be entertained all
Oh.
day.
Yeah, she is very impressive, especially as of late. She's very fast rising for sure.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't just like, yeah, in the beginning she came out with this one song, and it was a really good song. It was very catchy. It got annoying. I still like it. But then she came out. I started listening to some of the other stuff that she came out with, and she didn't like a lot of artists still come out with one song and then they'll come out with another song and it's kind of like the first song, and she's coming out with a lot of different kinds of songs. They're all in the same genre, but different kinds of songs, and really kind of showing you what she can do with her voice. Not to mention the different appearances she was making. Like my grandma watched her on Dancing with the Stars. I popped in and watched her on that, and she was paired up with some other singer, I don't know, but Ariana Grande was one that she was paired up with. And those two together were just like out of this world. It was ridiculous how well, one, they could mesh, but two, their voices together sounded. But if you think about it, they're two both kind of rising stars. Well, Ariana Grande's kind of been around for a while. She did a TV
Hmm.
show, but um, her voice is just it's there. She's got it.
Yeah, yeah, she's definitely one of those people who kind of breaks the mold of what you usually hear, and she can project like none other. Maybe a little bit similar to Adele, but she's got her own style for
Yeah.
sure.
One of the things that you have to have is your own style, and I think good examples of that are Megan Trainor and Ariana Grande. Another one that's kind of cool. This is from the countryside. I went and saw Billy Currington one year, and he pretty big country guy. But if you listen to him, he has a good voice. He sang "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson, and it was phenomenal. And that's kind of when he showed off really what his full potential of his voice could do, and I was just blown away.
Oh yeah, if ever you want to show off your array of how high or how low you can go, definitely pick a Michael Jackson song. Those are the most challenging in a choir or solo. Those are always so much fun to sing.
Okay, well, we're about running out of time on this session. I have to do it in two sessions. Is how I has to work it. How I have to work it. So, we'll stop this one. We'll start up another one, and we'll continue this conversation because I'm actually really enjoying the conversation we're having.
Okay.
So tune back into Topic Talks. See you in a minute.